18 says, إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ كَانَ مِنَ الْجِنِّ, except Iblis, who was from the jinn. So Iblis is not from the Malaika. But this is something, we call it istithna munqati'. I'll explain to you what I mean. If I say, all the guests came except X, except Ali. So I am excluding Ali from the group. So the set, this is the set, all the elements in this set except one element I excluded, and this element which I excluded belongs to this set. So when the element belongs to that set, this is, we call it istithna muttasil. This is continuous exception or exclusion, because the excluded member belongs to the set. Are you following? Belongs to the set. Always they say, جاء القوم إلا حمارا. جاء القوم إلا حمارا. The people came except the donkey didn't come. Is the donkey, does the donkey belong to the set? Does he? No. But this is the language, the nature of the language. So always, when the excluded element does not belong to the set, it will always have fatha. جاء القوم منصوب, we say. It will fatha on top of it. Always. جاء القوم إلا حمارا فسجد الملائكة إلا إبليس. Because Iblis does not belong to this set. Another element. Are you following? So the reason he is mentioned, because happened to be with them, but he is not one of them. Understand? Good. Excellent. 17, my dear brothers and sisters. Shafa'ah. The intercession of Shafa'ah. First of all, I want you to write down the components of Shafa'ah. Elements of Shafa'ah. There are 4 elements. Right. There are 4 elements or 4 components of the Shafa'ah. Sisters, are you ready? The first element is Shafi'. The Shafi'. Ash-Shafi'. Ash-Shafi'. Alif Lam. Shafa'ain. Ash-Shafi'. Which means the intercessor. So the first element, the intercessor himself, the one who intercedes. The one who intercedes. Second element, mashfu' ilayh. Mashfu' ilayh. You can transliterate it, no problem. Mashfu' ilayh. The first one is shafi'. Second, mashfu' ilayhi, which means the one whose help is needed. The one whose help is needed. Mashfu' lahu. Mashfu' lahu. The previous mashfu' ilayh. This is mashfu' lahu, which means the one for whom intercession is done. The one for whom the intercession is done. مشفوع فيه. مشفوع فيه, which means the topic or the subject of the intercession, the subject of the shafa'ah, the matter for which you are interceding. What are you interceding for? What's the topic? What's the subject? This is called mashfu' fi. Have you finished writing? Now, we'll explain. So we have 4 elements. Shafi', intercessor. Mashfu' ilayhi, the one whose intercession is required, needed. So we want him to intercede. The one whose help is needed. Whose help is needed. The shafi' is the one who intercedes. So the mashfu' lahu is the one whose help is needed. This mashfu' ilayhi is the one whose help is needed. The third is mashfu' lahu, the one for whom we are interceding. We are interceding for someone, to help someone, right? So the one for whom the help is sought, the help is required. So the one for whom you ask help, not the one from whom you ask, the one for whom you ask help, he is the mashfu' lahu, which is the one for whom intercession is sought or is done. I am making shafa'ah for whom? For whom I am interceding on behalf of someone. Are you following? That is called mashfu' lahu. And the subject or the topic is mashfu' fi. Now I'll give you an example. You have a friend, an officer, and you have a naughty child. You have a boy, a child, son, who's giving troubles. So the police officer called you, and he told you, come, your son is here in custody. We found him making troubles. He broke one car. So come, we want to see you. The father went to the police station. The child inside the cell, locked inside. So the father started talking to his friend, the officer. He said, help me. This is not teenage. He's a teenager. And I'm trying my best to reform him. And he's giving me tough time. But this time, help us. So because this officer, he knows the father, good man, said, okay, this time I will release your son. But the second time, no. So take care of your child, okay? So now, who is the intercessor here? The father. Who's the shafi'? The father. Who is mashfu' ilayhi? The one whose help is needed? The police officer. The mashfu' ilayhi is the police officer. So we need his help, right? So mashfu' ilayhi is the police officer. Who's the mashfu' lahu? The son. We are looking and asking for help for whom? For the son. What is the topic? Theft, robbery. Because the boy, he broke the car to steal. You understand? So the topic and the subject is robbery, theft. So you see now the 4 components? Are you following, sisters? Now let us talk now about Yawm al-Qiyamah. Who is the intercessor in Yawm al-Qiyamah? Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Who is the mashfu' ilayh? Allah. The mashfu' ilayhi is Allah. Who is the mashfu' lahu? Us. Right? We are the culprits.